Hello, everybody. If you are in here right now, I am not going to get into this conversation until about a good 5 minutes in, because what happens is that it allows other people to get in here. It also allows the non-notification that YouTube has not been sending out to my subscribers to come in here. First of all, let me say hello to a lot of you. It's been a long time since y'all seen me. I know it's crazy. All the emails I got in here, y'all made me think something was wrong with me. But folks, there's nothing wrong with me. As you're going to see when I do the videos tonight, you guys are going to see, oh, okay, one of my generals is here. I was just getting ready to send you a message, Lethal. But got it. So anyway, what I do, folks, if you are watching this and it is not live, like if you are watching this on September the 9th, if you're watching this on September the 9th, you might as well skip ahead to 5 minutes, because I'm not going to get into this until 5 minutes, okay? And if you aren't here right now, let me say hello to everybody that's in here. April, Lethal, Glass Shrimp, Sue, Chris Sweeney, April Garris again, Bob Morris, how you doing, sir? Carla Osborne, hey, Mike Pinion, Antonia Menendez. Hello, Beth, hello. Vicky, Bob, again, Fawn, Holly West, hey, sis. Spirit Wolf, good to see you too. Non-lethal, good to see you, sis. Okay, you guys can hear me pretty good. How's the mic sound? Is it okay? Don't sound like I'm like, y'all know what I'm talking about. Does it sound pretty good and clear is all I need to know. Donald, how you doing? Kimberly, how you doing? Elizabeth Dure, Teresa, Coach Kevin, Jeff and Rhonda, Sharon Birkin. Okay, so it sounds good. Okay, good. So I can take these off. Got any suggestions for a migraine? Oh my God. It all depends on what it is. Hey, do me a favor, Holly West. See this? See this right here? I don't know if you can see my hand pretty good. This thick piece of meat right here. If you find a good spot in here, what I want you to do, take your thumb and your finger right here. It's a really, really sensitive spot in there. I want you to squeeze super hard on that spot. When you squeeze super hard on that spot, when you squeeze in that spot, if you don't feel your migraine, let me know when you do that, okay? I mean, you need to pinch the living daylights. I'm not talking about dig your nails in it. Like how I got my thumb right here and have my finger right here. You can use more than one at the bottom, but you're trying to push in on that as hard as you can. When you push in on that as hard as you can and you don't feel your headache, let me know. Because most likely for something like that, a super bad migraine like that, you probably can just douse down. I don't recommend, I don't drink Coke, folks, but I'm just saying that Coca-Cola kind of helps that. And then probably most likely for that, you most likely would have to need not ibuprofen or acetaminophen, but naproxen for like a leave. But okay. So okay, sounds good. Pronunciation is excellent, says Antonia. Yo, what's up happening, Mariam? Yeah, it's been a minute. Great to see you. You too, Choice. Steven, hello. Look, and let me get this, throw a disclaimer in here, folks. This right here that I'm getting ready to talk about, I'll wait for the 5 minutes. I just got to make sure I say that, because y'all guys be saying a lot of stuff. A lot of things people do. You guys see the title of this, and a lot of people assume that they know what I'm going to talk about, or people assume that I'm going to make this like a political thing. But y'all know how I am in this channel. So do me a favor. The ones that are in here right now, we are not in here to bash Donald Trump. We are not in here to bash Biden. If you disagree with what Biden does, go ahead and say it. If you disagree with what Trump does, okay. So my generals, both of y'all know that right now. If people disagree with what Donald Trump says and they list it, okay. If people disagree with what Biden says and list it, okay. But my point is, going into this conversation, this is not even what this is going to be about, folks. This is not about to be about calling Donald Trump a this or that, blah, 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 a-hole, blah, 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 even though some of y'all probably do it anyway. And I'm just telling y'all as a warning, if you get in here and you start doing that, I'm telling my generals, and I'm going to be watching myself, I'm just going to delete your comment, okay? Because what I'm getting ready to talk about, y'all, is nothing to do with politics. It's nothing to do with me telling you who to vote for or who not to vote for. This is not about me getting here trying to influence you to vote a certain way or anything like that whatsoever, okay? Just letting that be known. Throwing that disclaimer out there, okay? Like I said before, as a fair warning, I'm just letting y'all know, I'm not in here to sit there and try to tear nobody down and talk about them like calling them morons or stupid or calling them devils or demons. I'm not doing that. That's not what we're in here to do. If you disagree with something that a person says and you want to throw it out there, we can talk about it. If you disagree with what Trump says, we can talk about it. That's what we're here to. That's what I like doing, is talking about the things that you disagree with. But if you're going to call somebody a particular name just to be name calling, then that's what I'm saying. My general's going to delete that message right there, because that's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to keep this. We're trying to keep it to where we're being respectful, because this is what they don't want us to do. Because once it gets to name calling and name bashing, everything just goes out the window, what the conversation is supposed to be about in the first place. So anyway, with that being said, what I'm starting this off with, you notice that I said this. I said Joe Biden. I said pray for him. I said seriously. And I'm just telling you guys this from a medical standpoint. What I did, and what you guys noticed, that I have been live in a long time. Well, a long time, like for me, 2 days for me is a long time to you guys. But what I did, I took some great time, y'all. I took some great time away, and I looked into Joe Biden as a person from when he first got into office. I'm talking, he was in his 20s when he got in, and I just went and I watched everything that he was a part of, everything he ever said. Yes, I know about him saying the N-word and all that. I know everything, and I went back and I studied and researched everything that he said, everything that he said he was going to do, not do, yada, yada, peanut butter. But my point is saying all that is I can sit here and talk about things that I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe the dude said that. But that's not what I'm here to do, because what I'm here to tell you guys, the reason why I say in this title right here, and this video is probably not going to be as long as y'all think it is. The reason why I'm saying is because from one human being to another, I, by nature, and ever since I was a little kid, I have been highly competitive. And I'm so competitive to the point to where I don't want to compete against anyone that's not going to give me a challenge, right? And so whenever I would watch fights, that's why I used to always like, oh my God, people talk about Mike Tyson fight. I'm like, ain't no sense in watching it, because I mean, within 10 seconds to a minute, he knocking somebody out. So I mean, I used to be the person to be like, is there going to be anybody? I want to see somebody that's going to actually be able to challenge the dude. So the reason why I'm saying all that is this is my first time voting in my whole entire life. And I'm just being real with you guys. It seems like the fight is not going to be fair. And when I tell you this, like I tell you guys, I'm being completely unbiased. I don't care who you vote for, who you're whatever you is. That's not what I'm here to do. But what I am telling you is this. I've watched from Joe Biden back in his younger days, so even when he was actually questioning a person I love and look up to now that I've been studying and looking and watching, is Thomas Sowell. I watched when he was doing Thomas Sowell before Congress, and Joe Biden was questioning him on certain things. Y'all getting lots of static from my mic? Let's see. Static. Now, let me see. What about now? Does it sound different now? Okay. Time out. Okay. Maybe I need to be away from it. Okay. So anyway, my point in saying all that, folks, is this. From watching Joe Biden, from when he first got into office, and like I said, I'm not thinking about anything that the man ever said, anything he ever did. I know what party he's a part of. I know all that stuff, guys. I know all about what the party was about, what they did. I know that folks say, he hasn't done nothing in all the years he's been in there. But what I'm telling y'all is this. I watched it not only just to learn of him, but I watched it to see about his mental capacity. I'm being completely honest with you guys. I'm a medical professional. I work around patients with dementia every single day. And I'm telling you guys, I spent those days, my Labor Day weekend, y'all see I didn't post anything on Thursday. From Thursday all the way up to Labor Day, I went and watched and looked at Biden's policies, things that he did, things that he didn't do. I know I'm repeating myself, but the reason I'm telling you all this is because I see a complete mental decline, people. When I'm telling y'all, Joe Biden right now, he is exactly like a lot of our patients that we have in these facilities that I go to and I treat patients. He's a lot like that. And the reason why I'm telling y'all that is because I'm telling you, it does not matter who you like, who you dislike. But there's certain things that I think we go a little too far with when we actually want to wish like death for somebody, or we actually are saying things like, aha, I'm glad that he got this. Like, for instance, if you was to find out that Trump fell and broke his leg, I don't think it'd be cool to sit there like, aha, that's what he get for being an a-hole. No. Because the thing is, whether you like a person or not, I don't think you need to be wishing no harm upon nobody. I don't care how much you hate a person or dislike a person, but to wish harm upon them, that's me personally. I'm just saying, this is Ty, as a Christian man of God, as an evangelist. That's not the idea that we want here. My thing is about actually saving people. So what I said earlier, I want to see a straight match of two people debating, and then you pick who I feel is going to be the winner of it. But I'm telling you, as of right now, I'm being so serious. It's a concern, and I'm so surprised. I know that the presidents and people in Congress, I know they have like some of the best medical health care and all that. And what I'm saying is that it's completely messed up to me, in my opinion. In my opinion, this is just my opinion. It's completely messed up that I feel like they are, in a sense, he's been forced to do it. I'm telling y'all from experience in trying to get patients to do certain things, it's messed up because it seemed like it's being forced, and it seemed like he's trying his best to hang on to whatever that's there. I'm being completely honest. I'm not discrediting Joe Biden. The man apparently got in office because of his skill back in the day, but I'm talking about as of right now, the last videos I've seen of Joe Biden this past month, the mental stability of him and his cognition seems to be declining, and it's sad because I'm trying to figure out why isn't nobody addressing it. Let's just say if they was to flip the whole thing around and say, okay, now Joe Biden is not going to be the top 4 runner, but then Kamala Harris is going to be. It's like, okay, now you can see Kamala Harris and Donald Trump go at it. They can see them go at it. But guys, I've seen stuff on here that I'm telling you, from working around demented patients for over 15 years, you see the signs that's there. And then I even went deeper and I just started asking, finding out different things, research. And I did not know. Maybe you guys did, but I didn't. This is all new to me. So you know what it is? They said in order to educate yourself, you can kind of help educate others. Okay. I did not know that Joe Biden had 2 aneurysms. When you have one aneurysm, if y'all don't know what an aneurysm is, that's when the blood vessels in the brain, one of the blood vessels can become weak, and like one of the arteries can become weak. And when that blood vessel wall becomes weak, it can actually burst and the blood gets to the brain. So it's almost like having a stroke or like a hemorrhage, what we call it, or an occlusion. So when you have that, when you have a brain aneurysm, it's kind of one of the things where they say, okay, now how much is it gonna, how good are they gonna be after they have this? Some people bounce back from young people. It doesn't matter the age, but some people, when they have an aneurysm, they come back, but the doctors didn't let them know they're not going to be completely 100% when it comes to cognition. Okay, now they're talking like, hey, you're going to just notice some different things with the cognition, because once the blood hit the brain, within 30 seconds, something like that, some of the brain tissue, the brain does not like blood. I know it's weird, folks, but when you have a stroke, as far as the blood touching the brain does not like blood. It's almost like the brain is drowning, and you end up having cognition issues. Okay, so with that being said, he had 2 of them, y'all. He had 2, and that's already like, man, like, are you serious? Joe, for one, thank God, Joe Biden survived 2 brain aneurysms. Okay, that's major. That is completely major. One brain aneurysm with patients that I've dealt with is like, boy, we tell them thank God, because most people, when they have an aneurysm, it is just woo. But in his case, he had 2. So to have 2 brain aneurysms, and I know for a fact, and I would love for any doctor to get on here and talk to me, and they cannot disagree with this, that you know that the cognition capacity just it's bad. And now with that being said, to show signs of what I've been seeing lately with him, with the dementia added to it, I just feel personally, just this is my own opinion, I don't think that it's going to be completely fair. And now it makes sense to me why so much stuff is happening, because it's almost like somebody is trying to fight for you because you can't fight for yourself. It's just like whenever, you know what I'm saying? It's just like if you getting bullied by somebody that's a little bigger than you, you go say, I'm getting ready to go get my big brother. The reason why you go get your big brother, because you know your big brother is either the same size or bigger than the guy that's trying to bully you. So now y'all go, he's calling Trump a bully. No, that's not what I'm saying. My point is that the fact that people are doing so much to try to help, they're doing so much. I mean, guys, look, when you can't answer a question straight up, like boom, you should be ready. And I'm just telling y'all, it's quite obvious that I've seen some people, it's quite obvious that whenever he gave his speech or whatever he did, it's quite obvious that he was reading like from a teleprompter and had a hard time doing that. And like I said, I know some people seen that. I've seen videos where I know people, they poking their fun. They show videos, and I even saw it, and They show videos of him stuttering and messing up and jumping, blip, 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 blip. Y'all, it's one thing to kind of mess up when you read the teleprompter, but to completely become disoriented in a way, and you know what I mean? That's not good. So what I'm saying to you guys is that you can mark my words. Mark my words. You can mark my words on September the 8th of 2020 that Ty sat there and said, futuristically speaking, Joe Biden's mental capacity is going to completely get worse. It's going to completely get worse. And to me, to be quite honest with you, I think, and this is just my thinking, my thing is that all this stuff that's happening right now, and y'all know, look, y'all know the ones that's been following the channel for a while, y'all know I'm not that deep into the stuff. But what I am is I'm a good person with people. I minister, mentor, still do it, minister, mentor youth, help PTSD soldiers, work around this stuff all the time. But what I'm telling you is that I think, to my opinion, and y'all probably like, dude, duh, we've been doing this for the longest, but I'm just talking about me. Remember, I do my own studying. I don't want nobody's influence to try to influence me to think a certain type of way. I research the stuff myself, and I want to draw up my own conclusion. And I came to the conclusion that it seems like to me that whatever it is that's going on right now, they're doing everything that they possibly can just to keep him standing. And I'm metaphorically speaking, folks. They're doing everything to keep him standing, because if he does happen to win, the best man gonna win, okay? But if he does happen to win, I think, let's just say this, just go with me here. If Joe Biden was to win the presidency, folks, if he was to win, I think that within a certain period of time being in office, they're gonna render him, cognitively disabled, and then Kamala Harris is gonna have to step in, and then you're gonna end up having like your first colored woman, female president. I think that's pretty much the whole idea of what's really being gone for here, because if you really look at it, I don't care who it is, there's no way that you can really look at this and see. I mean, guys, I'm telling you, it's going to be like the Super Bowl. I am going to be sitting here with my snacks, with little weenies, with my wife's rotel. I'm going to be sitting there during these debates. And I'm telling you right now, I don't think it's going to be good. I really, really, really don't think it is going to be good, because listen to me. Don't sit there and try to put me on nobody's side right now, what I'm getting ready to say. They asked Trump a question, boom, he firing. We boom, boom, boom. We did this, we did that, we did that. I did this, I did this. We're doing this, we're doing that. And in the future, but when they ask Biden, like for instance, right now, I'm just asking you guys right now, I'm being completely real, unbiased here. From studying the stuff that I've been studying these past 4 days, because I know some people think that, I know about conservative and what they do, I know about his policy, but what I did right now, I looked at Democrat and Joe Biden. I looked at all the Democratic policies and everything that they have, and right now, in this time right now, as an unbiased person right now, I went back and I had because people at work told me to. I didn't watch the RNC convention. I didn't watch the DNC convention when it happened. I just watched this stuff 2 days ago. And right now, I cannot give you a clear picture of what it is that they're going to be bringing forth. It seemed like what they did is what I don't want a lot of you in here doing. All it was doing was bashing Trump, bashing this. He's a racist. He did this. He causing all this. He's causing this chaos. But my question was, okay. If this is what Trump is doing, okay. But my question is, what are y'all going to do? What are y'all going to bring? That's the stuff that I was wanting to be answered there when I watched that. And I'm telling you now, like I said, other people that's part of the DNC, whatever you want to call it, Kamala Harris, whatever, some of the stuff she said was absolutely, I'm just being real, it was ridiculous. When she called the coronavirus racist, that was absolutely ridiculous. If she said the coronavirus was created out of racism, that was absolutely ridiculous. But again, my thing is this. What needs to be done is this, and I love this because this is what the Christ, Jesus that I follow, Jesus come along, and this is why I don't do it, and this is why I say I don't want it to be done in here. If you do it, lethal and non-lethal, gonna be deleting your comments. I am not here to bash people. When Jesus came along, Jesus did not come along to bash people, even the ones that was doing wrong, knowingly wrong, even the ones that was breaking the law. He did not come around to try to condemn anybody. His job was to try to save people. His job was to have compassion on people. That's what his job was to do. So you say, well, then what are you saying here? I'm saying that legitimately something is wrong with Joe Biden's mental cognition. And I'm just kind of like, this is messed up because nobody seems to be wanting to really address it. You know what I mean? And in this case, the reason why I say, when Jesus came along, Jesus wasn't bashing, because the thing is, Jesus came along offering solutions. So what I'm saying is this: with all this stuff that's going on, with all this stuff that's being said, what solutions are being offered? What solutions are being offered right now? That's what I want to know. What solutions are being offered right now? I've heard people bashing him I've heard people bashing Joe Biden. I mean, they was calling him, I think they say like Sleepy Joe and calling this and calling him that. And I'm just kind of like, now look, if you got two politicians that's completely mentally stable and they want to bash each other, it's like, okay, you know, that's what I guess from looking back at old stuff, that's what politicians do. I didn't know they roasted each other like that. But like in a case like this, it's like, oh man, like, woo, like this ain't nothing that I don't think I would be like, I can't do that. Like, you know, like I told y'all, I just don't, I think what happens is that when you experience and you're around patients that have dementia, Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, it gives you a whole new spin on it. And now, to be quite honest, it's messed up because I actually feel sorry for him. Not that I'm saying, oh, I feel sorry so he should win. No, that's not what I'm saying. I feel sorry because of the fact that it seems like, guys, I'm telling you, when you don't have the mental capacity to reason and think for yourself and you being forced to try to do something, that's one thing you cannot possibly hide. You can't hide it. When you read from a teleprompter, when you're reading from a teleprompter and you see the words up there, you can put your own spin on it. You can put your own enthusiasm on it. You can put your own, tone to it. But when it's like you looking at it and you can tell that, like if I'm looking at you guys right now and I'm trying to and tell you guys exactly what I'm trying to say here, and and so I'm really trying to get to you. You're gonna look at me and say, okay, it just don't seem to be kind of flowing out right. Y'all know what I'm saying? Like what I just did there, you just like, okay, dude, it's not quite flowing out right. Now, you've seen people, news reporters. I mean, I've done videos on here with news people doing bloopers where they will screw up and they bloopered and they just kind of, oh my God, they get, but it's not even that. It was just kind of non-stop, and you didn't even go. That's what I'm talking about. And to me, when I see that, I just think that it's really, really, really sad that this is what it has come to. So to me, in my own personal opinion, I think that it should be something that should be fair, to where both sides present their policy. I know what one side policy is and what the person said they're going to do and what they have done. And I'm looking over on one side, what people are saying. I don't know what it is that they're going to offer. So like I said, instead of this condemnation, damning this person, damning that person, you did da-da-da. My question all came down to, what solution are you going to offer? That's what I'm saying. What solution to this issue is going to be offered? And I'm just telling you guys, from what I watched, what I've seen with my own eyes, I didn't see I'm just being real with y'all. I want this thing to be fair. Follow me. I want this to be fair. But from the DNC, I did not see a solution that was supposed to be offered. I didn't see, in other words, this is my first time voting, guys. My first time voting. I'm just trying to figure out, like they do in an interview, why should I vote for you? I don't care if it was Trump sitting right here. I actually sent out a thing, and hopefully I don't know what's going to happen. I'm trying to get to the White House to ask questions. I would do this like an interview. Though this person is a president, he's just another human being to me. I don't sit there, and I respect people for their positions, but I still look at you as a man. I'm still gonna look at you as a woman, and I will ask questions like I would at the interview. Okay, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do that's gonna help me? What solutions are you gonna offer that's gonna help me and the area that I come from, or the people that I represent? What are you gonna do? I want to hear straight from your mouth. And if you are gonna do it, when will I be able to see this? Within 2 years? I mean, within your first term, within your second? I don't know. So my question is, when I looked at the other side, guys, I'm just being real. I just did not know what solutions was going to be offered. All I kept on getting was, hate, hate, hate. I hate you. Don't like this. Don't that. You were this. You were that. He's a this. He's a that. He this. He this. He this. But no, 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 no. What about what you are going to do for the American people? That's what needs to be heard, because right now I don't hear no solutions being offered. So anyway, with that being said, folks, let's see. Now I guess I can kind of, if you want to address me and you're on a computer, put the @ sign and then try to spell out modern. If you put the @ sign and put MODER, it should fill it in for you. If it fills it in for you, hit enter, type out your message, hit enter again. If you're on a phone or a tablet, put the @ sign, put capital MRM, and type your message out. Again, just letting you know, if you are in here and you are trying to get in here with nothing more to do than to bash Biden, because this is not what this is about, then your comment is most likely, I'm definitely not going to read it. It's going to be deleted, whatever, and you possibly might be silenced, because that's not what I'm here to do. I'm not like everybody else. I know it's different. I know we got other folks that y'all follow. They can do that. That's not what I do. I'm not going to condemn them for doing. I'm not going to condemn other folks that I'm cool with that call Joe Biden names. I'm not going to condemn you guys that don't like Trump, that call Trump names. But what I'm saying is that's not what this conversation is about. That's for another subject. What this subject is about right now is the dementia that's going on right now and the solution that's not being offered. I want to know what you guys want to throw in on this particular thing, or what you notice with Joe Biden as well, as far as the mental capacity go. That's what I want to hear. So, and like, again, if your comment is going to be, I'm just telling you, if your comment is going to be about bashing him, calling him an a-hole, calling him or Trump an a-hole, calling him or Trump racist or anything, that's not what I'm not even going to read your comment. I'm just not even going to see it. So again, and I said this earlier, folks, I said this earlier, if you are going to implement, or you're going to say something that Biden has done or that Trump has done or has not done, okay, I can read those things. But don't try to give me a message, or don't try to send me a comment with the intentions of trying to sway me some kind of way. Because once I read into that, I'm just going to, nope, don't even try. I've told you, I've read everything from Biden from when he first got in office and what he stood for, to even when he got with Barack Obama and whatever was done and what they didn't do. I read all that, but that's not what this conversation is about. I hope y'all can understand it. Okay, let's see. Mark Wessel says, how you doing? My father passed away from dementia and my mother has it now. I see a lot of similarities between my parents and Biden. Mark Wessel, I hate to hear that, man. I hate to hear that. So sorry to hear that, man. Some of y'all hard-headed. Okay, let's see. All right, Jim Cruz says, from a health worker's point of view, do you think Joe's doctors would clear him to run? Seems like he's being used from everyone. The left guy needs to rest up and accept crime. Well, J.M. Cruz, that's what I'm saying. I think it's kind of messed up right now. I mean, guys, I mean, you clearly can see it. Even if, look, I know I'm a medical professional, but I know there's some that are not. But you can clearly see that something is, man, something's wrong, man. MRM, I don't like Joe, but I feel for him. My grandmother died from Alzheimer's and it was horrible, says Alan Hembra. Yeah, telling you, it's a different perspective if you work around and stuff. There can be people that don't even know anything, like, man, dude, stupid, like, dude, retarded. It's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Now you find out what's going on with him. It's not, that's not nothing to mess around with, man. As a Canadian seeing things from the fence line, all I can do is pray for peace on both sides. I hear that, Miss Little Pig. The debate monitors are quite biased historically. Watch for it, since this will be your first set of debates. Yep, Bob, I hear you. Do you think Joe is being used by Kamala? No, I think whoever's on the Democratic side, the major people that we don't know about, the elites or whatever, I think they are doing that. I mean, I just told y'all what I think is going on. I think that, to me, everything that they're trying to do, they're pulling out everything they possibly can to get them to win. And once they do, a year, maybe two, I don't know, maybe 3 years in, I don't know, if he was to win, I think years in, they're going to find that he's mentally incapable of performing presidential duties, and therefore Kamala will have to step up or something like that of the sort. And then it's going to be history by her being the first colored woman, and she ain't African American. Get that straight. She's not African American. She's pretty much like my ancestor. She's Jamaican and she's Indian. So she would be the first colored person as a first colored woman president. Okay, that's what we can say. Okay. Kathy Davis said it comes down to this: good versus evil. Yeah, absolutely. That should easily be seen. Easily be seen. Okay, and also make sure that if you're trying to get my attention, do not put all caps in your whole sentence, because YouTube frowns on that. It can be flagged. It can be taken as you yelling at me, and YouTube can actually take your comment down. You can be booted out. I mean, trust me, if they can unsubscribe a lot of my subscribers for not even doing anything, surely they're going to come at you with the caps. So let's see. MRM, please watch Riding the Dragon, The Biden's Chinese Secret, a great watch for researching purposes. Alicia, I've already have. I told you these 3-4 days of me I've done stuff. I'm telling y'all. I know a lot of the behind closed door stuff, but the thing is, no matter what, though, to me, what's going on with it right now, folks, what y'all need to understand, and what a lot of folks hate to hear this, is the message of forgiveness and also the message of the gospel. And the gospel pretty much says that Christ came not to condemn, but through him, the world might be saved. So no matter how bad of a person we think that these people, not that we think they are, no matter how bad that we know these people are to be, if they was to change their lives around, then there's nothing that we can do about that. I'm just saying, the man changed. I mean, let's just say if he got out of politics, either side, if either side got out of politics, I'm talking about when I say either side, I'm not just talking about Joe Biden and Donald Trump. I'm talking about anybody that's in politics that know for a fact. I'm not saying these people are, but I'm saying anyone that is in politics that know that they're doing work for the evil. If they was to change their hearts around and repent of it, God is just to forgive. So I'm saying that's the whole point, is that a lot of people miss that the whole purpose of this thing is to Jesus, his whole purpose was to save. What can I do to get to these people to actually save them from the one that they actually are being used by? And if they're doing the right thing, then I mean, glory to God. But if not, I mean, I'm sorry. Like I said, the person mentioned earlier, good versus evil. Sabine Robinson said, MRM, hope you are well. I am. Thank you. Let's see here. Okay, Sarah Granger said, hey, hope all is well. Just wanted to check in. Hey, Sarah, I seen the pictures of your kids today. Only little thing of it. She had her pretty little hair curled up. It's a beautiful picture of your little daughter. Wow, sleeper. Okay, Cindy Knudsen says, MRM, could Biden's apparent dementia be induced if he could potentially be facing criminal persecution, such as mental state could shield him? Well, Sydney, here's the thing. Cindy, here's the thing. I think that no matter what, as far as the dementia goes for Joe Biden, but my point is he's had 2 aneurysms. So the brain having some damage from the aneurysms along with having dementia, that's like a crazy combination right there. And the thing is, even if he does to me, if the dementia if the dementia starts to set in, like, it doesn't even matter. He's not even going to know he did anything. I mean, it's certain things that's what I'm telling y'all. It's things that I've seen right now with him where he didn't remember where he was, or he got his wife mixed up with his daughter. I mean, some people do. Like, my wife will sometimes call me my son name or whatever like that. But it's certain things, like the other day when it just out of the blue, he was like, he said something like, that's my wife, and she's married to, I don't know. It was just off. What I'm saying is this: if and when it starts to progress, and he is like deemed mental and mentally disabled, then even if there was and is a crime that he has committed in the past and they take him for it, he's pretty much going to be the equivalent of going to a nursing home. Seriously, they might not do anything, just let him live out his days, because he's not going to know who he is or anything. So that's what I'm saying. That's why I said pray for him. I pray that he has equilibrium in the mind, whatever. I would like to see a fair straight up a fair fight, for him to be sharp and fire back. Because I want to go for the person that's going to be best for who I feel that stands on the same type of morals and everything that I do. Plain and simple. Have you noticed his anger issues get worse, or has that gotten worse? Yeah, I think, the anger issues for people that have dementia, the anger issues that sometimes was supposed to be communicated from the brain to flow out of the mouth. There's a infarction or something that goes on in there. There's something that happens like that the connection is not, the connection doesn't flow. The neurons and everything are not synapsing right or anything like that. It's not jumping across the synaptic cleft right. And when that happens, people become frustrated because they even people that have strokes, they become frustrated because they mind is telling them to say, but when it tries to come out, and so yeah, it angers them. But not to say, but there are some people that are affected in the part of their brain with dementia or Alzheimer's or Parkinson's that actually affects the anger part. And there's some people that the part of their brain that affected is actually part of the pleasure center. So they're very pleasant, very nice. They laugh at everything. But in his case, I really can't call it right now, but I do know this seems like it's from a place of the miscommunication. He's trying to fire things off and it ain't coming out like he wants to. So then the frustration can set in. And then that's when you have like what we call the uncomfortable laugh. Like if I'm sitting here talking to you guys and I'm saying, you guys said, Ty, what is that in your hand, right? I'm like, well, it's the thing that to put on the, come on now, you do this with it. So what it is that it seemed like they're angry, but they're not. It's just that they're getting frustrated because the mind knows that this is the PlayStation 4 controller. And trying to say PlayStation 4 controller, it just gets like scrambled in there, and they just and I can't, I've always had this and done this before on it, and that's what they do. So that's what I'm saying. The signs are there, and it's just sad. And if these doctors, if they're doing it, it's because they're being pressured to. The doctors are being pressured to say the man is mentally capable of having a healthy, live debate, and he's able to fire off and answer questions just like that. And to be quite honest with you guys, I think that is a reason why. Guys, this messed up. You tell me of all the black people that Joe Biden could have interviewed or had some really hard questions thrown at him, they get Cardi B. Man, come on, man. All these intelligent black people. We got black professors in colleges. We got medical professionals. We got all kinds of folks. But the person that even the Democratic Party felt would be a good voice for the people, especially black people, is Cardi B. And I watched that nonsense, and it was just, come on, man, really? It was like, I don't even know what that was. So and I know that's what I'm saying. That's why, guys, it's obvious. You know how it is where, you see a person that, is what we call you talking stuff, or you talking ish, or you running your mouth, you talking crap. But when it comes time to fight, all of a sudden you don't have nothing to say. So what I'm saying is that there's a lot of stuff that we see going on here that it's obvious that they're trying everything they can to avoid it. Because guys, listen to me. It's too simple. It is too easy. You want people to mail in votes. Because, let me see, this is at 3840. You want people to mail in votes because you say you're trying to cut down on the COVID spread. But people are going to grocery stores. People are peacefully protesting while burning stuff and tearing stuff up. People are going to work. People are doing these little gatherings, like I guess down there, what y'all call it, in Washington, where all the black folks got right there, where Martin Luther King spoke at, Capitol Hill, whatever. They all gathered there. But you telling me you really want to stress people not showing up and voting in the polls? This is my first time voting. I'm going. I am going. I'm not mailing anything in. I'm getting my experience and walking down there and feeling good about checking something out. My first time voting, and I got to sit there and try to mail it in. Nah, I want to do it like it's always been done. But I'm just saying, with things like that, it's obvious. It's obvious that things are trying to be avoided. Come on now. I would have thought they would have been going at it right by now, debating. Man. Okay, sending much love from Florida. Do you think about Elisa Milano? What? You want to think about Elisa Milano? That's like a random question. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Whoa. I think I got, okay, no. You saying, what do I think about Elisa Milano? That's the Who's the Boss girl? I heard a little bit about her, but I really ain't going that deep into it to know what it was that she did or anything. I'm a little late to that. So, do you see Biden's sundowners? That's why all his events are during the day. Well, that's a possibility. That's a possibility. I don't know. I don't know, but I do know. I do know that is. I didn't know what people were referring to when they saying him coming out of the basement. And just like the video we just seen recently, that video is, man, y'all, that video is kind of doctored. I'm sorry. It's doctored like crazy. Okay, let's see. Let's see if anybody else asks. Okay, Fan Akuna says Biden and Dems are not pro-life. How, as a Christian, do you reconcile that going forward? See, it's like either something is going to be science or something is not going to be science. See, everybody want to talk science with a lot of things. It's something that we do when I was going through medical part of my school, and you had to do something like in chemistry, and I think in biology, organic biology. I think we had to do it also in microbiology, where they had us do to form your own theory or anything like that, or to prove something that is factual. You had to do like a hypothesis, and you keep on doing the same experience over and over and over again, and see if you keep on getting like a majority of like a 90 percentile result. I might be paraphrasing that a little bit, whatever. But my point is, if you keep on doing the same exact thing with the same exact chemical, the same exact makeup, it should produce the same amount of whatever. You know what I'm saying? So with this, I hate that folks would all of a sudden want to back up science, and then when you sat there and you show real science against the science to prove theirs wrong, nope. That's what I don't like that they do. So the reason why I'm saying all that is because when you show that within a certain amount of weeks that there is life, period, and you make it so easy for somebody to get rid of it, it's crazy. And to me, there's nothing more innocent than a child. And when the Bible says things that God hates, and he said hands that shed innocent blood, that's one of them. I'm sorry. I've been through school enough to be able to see babies at a certain amount of weeks in the womb to where they actually took like I forget what the name of this device was called. But anyway, they can actually, at a low frequency, they can penetrate a little bit of the placenta, and like with a hair-like type thing, they can touch the embryo or fetus at a certain time, and when they touch it, it'll flinch. So that lets me know that there's some sensory there. The nervous system is there and function, even though the baby may not be constantly there, but the fact that what we call involuntary movements, you know what I mean? Like if you burn yourself, you jerk back. You don't actually do that. A lot of folks don't know that's called involuntary motor skills. That means, well, not skills, it's involuntary motor movement. That means if you touch something that's hot, your hand jerks back like crazy. You don't actually do that. That means that the information within that matter of time, which is completely a miracle within itself, that information travels from the tip of your finger to your brain that fast to make your brain pull it back. You know what I mean? So to me, that is amazing. So the fact that they can actually do that at a certain amount of weeks, I don't know, I forget what it is. That's why I'm not quoting myself. At a certain amount of weeks within the fetus or something being in the womb, that they can sit there and touch the fetus with a hair-like, whatever you want to call it, and it has these motions. It lets me know that the nervous system's there, which means it feels. So that right there within itself, again, you got things, I think a lot of things folks don't think about. When you sign contracts and everything, you have to abide by the contracts. You have to abide by the contracts, because I think that people do things and have done things early on in their profession that folks know about it. They got pictures of you, they got video of you. that if these videos and pictures and stuff ever came out, they will run you to the ground, period. And I think these people have to uphold being the bad person or the devil's advocate because all this stuff they have on them. That's what I said. I said, you know what? I'm telling y'all right now, I've been doing some digging. I've been doing some thinking. I've been doing some, I'm definitely not soul searching because I don't need to do no soul searching, but I've definitely been doing enough things to know that I plan on doing a whole lot more things, major things within my surrounding community. And in doing so, I don't have nothing to hide. Nobody's going to be able to go, look what he did back when, he did. Oh, look what he did in it. What you going to do? Say, oh, yeah. MRM said on his channel that as a young man, he actually sold drugs and didn't know he was doing it. Is this who you want being your mayor? I'm like, yeah, I did it I was like 11 years old. I just thought I was playing a game. I'll be the one to get up there and admit it. When people see that you're being honest, I talk about this stuff anyway when I go and publicly speak. So it's nothing to hide. What are they going, oh, MRM once punched a kid in the face because the kid said that his shoes were bad. Is this who you want being your, see, that wouldn't be, I have nothing to hide. So what, I'm led by Christ. Everything that I've ever done back in that time is forgiven and under the blood. And Christ remembers it no more. Now, men will continue to remember and try to use that to whatever. But my point is, there's nothing that can be done to me that they will be able to control me with to say, we got this on you. And if you do this, we're going to show everybody. I don't care. Do it. Say who my family members are. I talk about who my family members are. If you want to talk about my family, them being big time drug kingpin and all that, go right ahead. Because that's not me. He has a family full of thugs and killers. He once had a cousin kill somebody. He once had an uncle kill somebody. I'm like, yes, they did. And that's not me. I have nothing to hide, folks. Watch what I do, though. Plain and simple. See what I'm saying? I can't be controlled like that. I'm led by the Holy Spirit. I am not controlled, period. Let's see. I know it's off topic. Can you look at Dead Can Dance Band, the ubiquitous Mr. Lovegrove for a music reaction? Did you hear about the Rochester police vaccinations? No, I did not, Robert. Thank you for the super chat, though, sir. Really appreciate that. Try to get that name highlighted and pasted. That's what you're talking about. Okay, so we got a 2-minute warning, and what that means, folks, is at 8:15 or around 8:17, the reaction videos are going to be starting. And for those that want to watch the reaction videos, I'll give you the link to go over there. And then what I will do is I will, after the reaction videos, which is probably going to end around 9 o'clock, I probably will go live. Miss Lil Pig, yes, I am voting in person. I'm not mailing nothing in. I'm not emailing nothing. I'm going right down there. KDB, MRM, good to see you, hear you again. I've been missing you on YouTube, but I'll always be around on the sidelines cheering you on. KDB, yeah, make sure that make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. And again, and make sure that the notification bell is hit and all that. Make sure that you do that because a lot of people have been getting unsubbed and the bell notifications, everything's been turned off. Okay, let's see here. Do you have a Bitcoin wallet and address? No, I do not. I have Bitcoin Bell. I have PayPal and Patron. Kind of leery about the Cash App. Nobody's used it yet, so that's good, I guess. Forbear, they are on there tonight. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull up another tab here because at 8:17, I'm going to jump over there and people are going to watch the reaction videos. I know some of y'all don't care about watching the reaction video, Dr. Vicky, wherever she is. But what I'll do is I'll give you guys the link. As you can hear the music playing right there. So if you go over to the reaction videos, folks, just dropped in to say hi. Dad's Crossroads. How you doing? Oh, Crossroads, not daddy-daughter discussion, huh? How you doing, sir? But Letho and I are posting the link right now. So if you want to go over and watch the reaction videos, go right on over there. And what I'll do, I'll take the last maybe 5 minutes and see if anybody else got something you want to add to this or you got any questions for me. But if you want to watch the reaction videos, click that link right there. You forget that mail-in voting has never been done. If you want to prove a point, do it in a way that's not disingenuous. Okay, same could be said, same could be argued about Christians who vote for people with no empathy, do you think? No right turn. You got to clarify that a little bit more. Sue Prof, thank you for the super chat. Sis says, I'm concerned about voter intimidation. It happened 8 years ago, 4 years ago. I was quietly assertive. It will be worse this time. I'm not intimidated by nobody. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just not one of the ones. Man, y'all just don't know. I cannot be one of the ones that sit down and somebody come yelling in my face, telling me say somebody's okay. You better quit playing with me. I'm not gonna be like, no, I mean, I just want nothing on me. I'm not. You got the wrong one. I'm for real. Don't do that to me. That's one thing I cannot stand is intimidation. I don't do well with that at all. Like, folks, I don't do well. No, like even my own boss on my job. I just can't be. I'm not nobody special, nothing like that. But I just can't be intimidated. I've been through too much stuff in life, seen too much stuff for anybody to be scaring me. Period. Don't nobody scare me. And I mean that. Nobody scares me. I've had a gun pointed to my face before and all that stuff like that, but I wasn't scared. I was hoping that he wouldn't shoot, but I wasn't scared, though, is what I'm saying. And it was a big, if you misunderstand, I was like trying to keep him from shooting my cousin. And he pushed me and put the gun in my face. And I'm like, dude, come on, man. But I wasn't, even then, I wasn't like, oh my God, I wasn't scared. I'm just not, look, when you grew up around in the streets and you see enough murders and killing and women getting beat and crackhead, you become, that stuff doesn't, it kind of sad, but you become kind of numb to it. All right, let's see. Somebody just gave a super chat. CA, thank you so much for the super chat. Okay, folks, and with that being said, I gave the link here, folks. The reaction videos are going to start. I will probably be going live again. I will be going live again, probably at 9 o'clock, and I will see you guys then, okay? So I'll be talking about another topic probably there with the, I'll be talking about another topic at 9 o'clock, and then we're going to see what that's going to be about. But again, thank you guys for watching this. There's 220 people in here right now. If you guys give this video a thumbs up, it can be circulated. If you guys leave a comment on here, I would really appreciate it. And also, if you feel that there's people in your family that will be able to benefit from this message that I talked about today, please, 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 I'm begging you, share it, folks. Make sure you share the video, okay? And with that being said, I'm getting ready to get out. I'm probably going to see you guys again at either 9 or 9:15, and I'll try to bring up another topic then. But until then, appreciate the thumbs up, appreciate the comments y'all going to leave on here, appreciate it, and appreciate it if you guys share this, all right? I hope and pray that every last one of you guys have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I hope and pray every last one of you guys are in great health. God bless you through Jesus.